Hi everyone, welcome to Radio Hawke's Bay. I'm Gail and this is Life Coaching with Gail. It is practical, it's intuitive, it has a spiritual essence at times because we are all, of course, physical, intuitive, spiritual beings, all in this one package that is you. When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you appreciate that about yourself? Do you only see what's in front of you? Do you only see your physical? Do you ever stop and look at what more there is to you that's beyond your eyes, that's with your feelings, that's with your essence of who you are, what you know, what your truth is, what your knowledge is. You are amazing because you are more than what you see in the mirror. And I'd love you to be able to look deeper and see more. So what we're going to do today, because we are May 2024, we are looking at what types of things you're dealing with in May. March and April were very high pressure, like real pressure cooker, things that were happening in your life, events, situations. Some of these were very topsy-turvy, some things were very hard to understand, but all of them, everything that has happened with you personally, internally, or externally in your life has been to bring you to this point today where you are ready to step into your life in a different way, where you are ready to take on new projects, new adventures. You are more with yourself at this moment than you have been for a long time. And this is a lot of you. I'm not saying it's everyone. You may have sailed through March and April with absolutely not a care in the world. And that is brilliant if that is what has happened for you. So we are going to have a little look at the cards of information. We are halfway through the month already, so you will already have had an experience of May. We had the most spectacular sky the other night. I personally did not see it or get to see it. I can imagine it with my mind's eye, with what people have shown me, and I've seen a couple of photos. Absolutely miraculous, and it talked a little bit about the fact that even in your personal lives there can be these little miracles that happen, and they might just be very little, but do you count them as miracles? Are they things that were planned, for instance? If something happened in the last couple of days that was unplanned, that was just special, or that was different and nice, that's a little miracle. And we all need little miracles to keep us going. We are so blessed in our lives, no matter how hard it is, no matter how hard it has been. We are so blessed. You are so blessed. You live in a country that you chose to live in, whether it was when you were born or whether it was where you chose to reside. You have chosen a beautiful country where you have a lot of the things that are necessary for comfort and for safety. And they are, my people, fresh water. We've got lots of water. We're surrounded by water. Food. We have the ability to grow our own food. And even in your own gardens, to grow your own food, to help support and sustain yourself. We have shelter for the most part. And we can gain shelter if we have no shelter. We are very blessed that these resources are available to us, where many other places in the world these resources are not available. And if ever you're feeling really sad about your life and down and unhappy, just have a little look at other countries in the world that are considered third world countries. But look at how many there are. Look at what their living situation is like. What do they need to deal with on just a daily basis to get water, food, and shelter? And if you look at that enough, you will appreciate in a much greater way what you actually do have in your life still, what you actually can use as resources to help you improve your life as well, to help you feel better about your life as well. And I know situations happen to us that have nothing to do with our life circumstances, but more to do with people. And the one thing that you can do 100% is that you can control you. You can control your words. You can look at your thoughts and evaluate if that is really, truly how you choose to think, or if there's something you would prefer to think instead about a person or about a situation or about a circumstance in your life, or even about yourself, because sometimes we're pretty hard on ourselves, too hard on ourselves. When you've got those situations, then you do count your blessings, that you've got the roof over your head, you've got fresh water. And if you don't have a roof over your head, that there are places that you can go, there are agencies, there are people where they will help you get shelter, food, and everything else. We are very blessed in this country. I was going to say lucky, and maybe it is, but more blessed, I feel. You chose to be in this country, so you chose well for yourself. You chose well for yourself because you chose that you deserve good. You deserve to be looked after. You deserve to have the resources available. It is not it's not a demand. It is just something you instinctively knew that drew you to be in New Zealand, for one, and to be in the environment area that you are. You can always decide that you deserve more. You can always look at what more you could have and give, because others need, and kindness and caring is something I have experienced a lot of with everything I have been going through in the last couple of years, and particularly the last few months. And I wish they would teach the absolute value of kindness and caring. In a way, they've started to teach kindness in the last several years with children. And I feel the component of empathy, emotion, feeling, all of that, and self-responsibility for one's actions could be taught as well. So we are in a month this month when a lot of you are coming out of the shadows. You're coming out of the situations that you've been in. You are coming out a newer version of yourself, more enriched in some way. You are here, especially if you have gone through really difficult times for several years, and even, all of us did since COVID and the cyclone in this area. But it means that you have yourself something special and something unique that you can offer to others, share with others, give to others and the world. Don't just stop at your family. Look at what you can do to help other people. There is a lot of anger out there toward each other, which I find extraordinarily sad, very disappointing, but then understanding that people, and this is you, who are under pressure, who don't have the skills because you have not been taught them, so it is not your fault, to actually handle a situation or a person in a way where you do not get angry, where you do not retaliate, where you do not attack, is difficult. Forgive yourself for not having the resources to be able to deal with something in a different way, in a better way, in a way you know you'd like to have dealt with it. Because we're all human emotional beings, and emotional beings react to situations, people, words, all sorts of things. Forgive yourself if you are one of those people that have in the past, especially in the recent few years past, said things about others or done things deliberately to others that have been harmful or hurtful. Forgive yourself for, at that moment, not knowing better. And look at what now, in this moment, in this space that you are in, that you can do, that either can make up for something that you have done to someone else, either with that person or with somebody else. Just do something different. Do something that is kind. Do something that is caring. Do something that fixes something for someone. It is a year of karma, people. I have said this before, and I'm just aware that what we are creating is going to have an impact on us at some particular point in time. And if we are aware that we have control, if we are aware that we can fix things, resolve things, then we have power again. We feel powerless in the situations where we lose control. We feel powerless in the situations where we attack another person. Take your power back. Take your power back by doing something useful, something helpful, something that is kind, nice, and caring. It will give you your soul. It will help you feel better in yourself at home. There's something about giving and sharing that makes you feel like it's right, that this is where I want to be, even if it's just for that moment. So, thinking about that, and maybe just doing a little bit of extra, putting in a little bit more effort to caring for the people that you have hurt, or saying something nice. It doesn't matter how they're going to react. Don't expect a good reaction. But just do it, because somewhere inside you, I know you have love, you have care, that you really do like people to feel better and happy in your presence. There is something in you that's instinctive, that you are the best version of you. Life is a bit of a cruncher. It's been very pressurised. It's been just all out of shape. Our minds, even where things haven't made sense, where we've had to live a different way through COVID, where the cyclone has thrown your whole life up in the air and you've had to displace and live somewhere else. It has worked on your mind and your fears, and those are expressed sometimes. Forgive yourself for whatever it is that you have done and fix it. Do something about it. It is as easy as that. It is as easy as that. Even if you just pick up a little bit of litter on the street. I'm serious. A little bit of litter on the street, just a little bit of a smile for someone. Go around and smile a lot. If you don't feel there's things that you can do for other people, just smile at whoever you see and have no reaction to whatever you get back. Your smile will be received in its truth of a smile and a wish for that person and a kindness to that person. And maybe later on, they'll allow themselves to feel that smile. In the meantime, do what you can. As I said, we are very blessed. There are blessings every day. For every single thing that I have been through in the last couple of years, the blessings that have come every day in all kinds of different ways, and believe me, I look for every one of them, have been far more than you could imagine. They are reassuring messages. They can come in ways where you just even see a couple holding hands, and that gives you that feeling that there is love still out there, especially if life's been a bit rough on you, that there are people who are connected and who are together of one heart, that love each other. And, love never dies. Love never changes. It cannot be screwed up. It cannot be eradicated or destroyed. It cannot be altered. Love is love. It is so constant, so pure, so everything, that love, that is true love, is never, ever tainted or dented or stained. It exists. It never disappears. It is infinite. It is always there. And unconditional love is what you have for your children. It is love you have for others in different ways and different roles in your life. There is something that is different about it because you do not expect anything back from it. You do not expect a person to be a certain way because of your love for them. You simply allow them their journey, their process, their progress, and you love them all the way through. That love is felt. Love is powerful. It's far more powerful than hatred or anger. Love is felt. It cannot be ignored. It is always felt. So, if you want to give a gift of any kind, give a gift of love. Not love for behaviour. We're not talking about behaviour. Behaviour is simply a person's pain being expressed, and it is sad and disappointing when it is expressed onto another human being or an animal. It is, or another living thing. It is sad because it is unnecessary, and it is sad to see a person who doesn't have any other way to express themselves. You can help, and the way you can help is simply not to respond. Not to respond, but to love them for who the person is really at the end of the day, for who their soul really is. And I can tell you, everyone, and I believe this wholeheartedly, every single solitary human being starts with pure intent and love. They are born, you are born, we are born out of an act of love for each other, and that creates That is powerful. So your love can create. Your love is powerful. However you want to express that, you don't have to work hard at it. You don't have to actually do something or do anything. You simply just need to be you. Kind, caring, giving, compassionate, empathetic. It is understanding what another person may be going through that has made them act this way that can help you have a different perspective, not react, and be able to say something or just leave them to it until they come to a realization themselves or a place in themselves where they feel they want to do something better. So, life has been a little difficult and a little hard. I say a little because we know that that is an understatement. However, it could be a whole lot harder, a whole lot worse than it has been. And you live in a beautiful country. You live with beautiful people. Everyone is trying to survive. Everyone is trying to do their best. Some are failing to themselves. Some are succeeding in a way where they don't have to succeed. They just are being the best person that they can, the best version of who they are that they can be. And if that's all you do in life, then you're doing very well. Somebody said mighty well. So just keep being you, and the light is starting to shine on your life now. You're coming out of a very tough period. May is a month where the light starts to shine, good things start to happen. You're maybe still going to feel things, you're still going to experience things that are, a little heavy or a little uncomfortable. Just keep looking at the positive things because they're coming. It's like the sun is rising. So this next part of the year can be very positive and productive for you. And the more effort you put in. So the more emphasis on putting in some energy to the things that you enjoy, that you love, that are you, just sharing you. The more you do that, the more successful, the more positive, the more productive and abundant this rest of this year will be for you. It is just the year of it. So what you create is up to you this year, okay? But it can be wonderful, it can be spectacular, it can be better than it has ever been before. And that is incredible. That's pretty magic. I like magic. I think that the world is magic, and of all the things that I have seen and all the amazing things that could never have happened that do happen, the things I see as signs and signposts are beyond words, beyond what any human could create. There are energies around you, helpers around you that are invisible to your eyes. They are there for you always. You simply have to reach out and ask, and it will be there. We sometimes need to sit quiet for that to be able to be seen by us, to be experienced by us. We tend to want to run and fix things, so we run and fix things, and we can run past things that are obvious to some people as gifts and blessings. And I just would invite you to look more at the signs. They're every single place you look, in any moment. And if you're reaching out for help, if you're reaching out for an answer, if you're reaching out for a solution, sit, look, just wander and drift around and be curious. take notice of what's in front of your eyes, because these things do come in front of your eyes. They are simple messages. They are reassurances. They are comfort and support when you need them. Keep your eyes out there and keep looking. In one of my most desperate times over this period of time, where I thought I was perhaps going to not cope at all, because I talk to God and always have, I just asked God and my angels and my parents and everyone in spirit for help, that I needed someone in that moment. And I started going for a walk, and the next thing I heard my name called, and I turned around and there was this beautiful friend, and she just came and gave me a hug. And I will just share this with you, because this friend is someone that always, when I looked at her, I felt she was an angel. She had the most beautiful angelic energy, and she looked like an angel. And that was going back years when I had first met her. I met her in a random place I would not have expected her to be. She just wrapped me up, and she gave me a remedy, homeopathic remedy that I could use that would help me with my grief. And that was magic. I was able to just go home. I was feeling a whole lot better. So all these simple things that can happen are blessings. They heal us in small ways and big ways. They have an effect on you that ripples out for all time ahead of you. And I invite you just to look more. They're everywhere. So number plates, feathers, white feathers, always other angels are looking out for you. I might do a session just on signs and signals and what they mean, but they are also personal and individual to you and your experience. So we're going to have a little look now at the rest of May and what you can expect in a positive way for the rest of May that is helpful and useful, that gives you a little bit of insight into your life and into what is coming up for you. And I got 2 cards came out together. So the first card that came out is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is luck. This is, however your life has been, it will turn around now. This says it is already turning around. You may not quite see all the changes, but somewhere inside you, you will feel something. The Wheel of Fortune, it means it is a luckier period of your life. So if you're looking to do any kind of project, or if you have something that you have put on the back burner for a long time, a hobby or project, but even work or working for yourself, or doing something that's different to the work that you are doing, like, just do it. It says now is the time you can start putting it into gear. So that's the wheel. And the other card that came out with the Wheel of Fortune was, what are you waiting for? It is the Magician. What are you waiting for? You have every resource you need. You have the skills, you have the talents, you have everything at your fingertips. It's a little bit like you can see it all laid out in front of you. Are you going to pick up the paintbrush? Are you going to pick up the pencil? Are you actually going to start doing something? Just one step. There is no pressure here. Do not push yourself. One step at a time. Okay? One step at a time. So we will look at this as being for the rest of the month. So I know my last word was success. I have no recollection, unfortunately, what I said before that. But what I will do, because we are doing the cards for May, I will actually look at seeing if there's anything else that could help you in your life situations this month. I'm looking for things that could be quite uplifting, quite helpful, that could perhaps resolve a situation. So what will resolve a situation in your life in May, this month? And we just look at the cards that come out. So the first one that comes out is, it's about doing something exciting, different, a new experience, actually. I'm saying exciting because I think that's what you need, a little bit of excitement in your life. Doing something different, doing something that adds to what you're already doing. Maybe you need a new job. Maybe you need a new job. Or maybe you've been thinking about having a new job for a while, or needing something else in your life because you've kind of been there, done that. That's the feeling that I get with this, is that there are new horizons out there. There are new things for you to do, new things to experience, and you're right at that point where if you do them, they will work actually really well for you, simply because we've got that wheel of fortune turning into the positive side of things, and we've got that you have resources that are unutilised or underutilised that actually could be very good in creating that future plan you have for yourself. It could be a different lifestyle. So this just says include new elements into your life. You could even start looking at different resource materials. YouTube has a whole lot of different subjects. You could just pick at random and just see where that takes you. Those sorts of things have an uncanny way of leading you where you need to go. It says that balance is helpful in your life, but it also says that you have, in a lot of ways, gained balance. You've somehow, even though you don't feel like perhaps that your feet are flat on the floor, things have got a way of doing it, balancing for you. It's almost like you don't have to make an effort, but things are just, so you've got a bit of the bad, and then you've got a bit of the good, and you've got a bit of the difficult, and then you've got a bit of the easy, but everything is balancing itself out without too much effort or worry. Look at people in a different way. This is saying that sometimes we forget to look at the heart of people. And what can be very, very helpful for you now for the month of May is to not listen to someone's words, look past their actions, see the child that's in pain or hurting, but see their heart. And that's not easy when somebody's being angry or somebody's being difficult. But everyone has a heart, and everyone wants to give their heart. If you can see a person's heart, then you will not be affected by their negativity, their negative behaviour. And that, people, is being positive. We have these misunderstandings around, be positive. Yeah, how many times have you felt like you wanted to wring somebody's neck because they said, be positive, when you're struggling and you're dealing with something? They're trying to help, I get it. The thing is that positive is actually saying you're okay, things will work out, I'm here, I care. It's all those simple things, people. It's the simple things that make the biggest difference. And you know this if you've been through anything that has been difficult and people have said, I thought you'd be over it by now, or get over it. I get where they're coming from, but that is escapism in my mind. Those people do not want to have to worry about you. They do not want to have to deal with what you're dealing with because they can't cope with that. I get it. It's not kind though. Nobody, and please don't ever think that you should get over something. You have a process. I have a process. Everyone has their own process for dealing with hurt, pain, grief, and loss in any way. Everyone has their path. If yours is taking longer than other people think it should, it is your path. Give yourself a bit of grace. Allow yourself to go through that process, no matter how long it takes, no matter which way you go through it. Give yourself the love, give yourself the permission, give yourself the grace to heal. And your pace is your pace. So, for anyone out there who has ever said those words, that you should be over it by now or get over it, I would just say to you that they have not experienced those things or they have not dealt with them themselves. And the one thing I know for certain in life, people, and it just is one of those things, when you don't deal with something, it catches up with you. And when it catches up with you, you cannot ignore it. It is not easy to deal with, but it never was in the first place. But yes, there will come a time that we will deal with all of our stuff. It's just the way it is. Okay, so is there anything else for all you lovely people out there to do with May? Oh, and just so you know, if you want to ever contact me for an individual session, I do the tarot, I do life coaching, I do a lot of different kinds of sessions and help you to understand and resolve situations, questions that you have in all areas of life. I have a connection to a source of information. I call it God, the universe. You call it whatever you like, but I get a lot of information that helps you to find peace, resolution in your life, and also insight. So my phone number is 027 4166 545. So if you ever want or need someone even to talk to, that is my number. So on that note, I will just have one more card and we will have a little look and see what we're doing. So I forgot the question I answered because I rattled on, you see. So let's look. Fun. Okay, fun. Fun is underrated. Fun is a giggle. Anything that gives you a giggle. Sort of like dance on the spot. Like, be a silly person. You know, it's just like, just do something that's weird or whatever. I'm very lucky. I do these things all the time, just weird things and wrong things. And I used to growl at myself for a big part of my life because I couldn't do things in the right way, the proper way, the way I was told to do them. I'd always ended up doing them wrong or breaking them or something like that. And as I got older, probably past my 40s, I actually allowed myself to do those things without criticism. I would just laugh at myself pretty much, and it got good to be able to laugh at all those wrong, silly, stupid things. So that's where my fun thing comes in now. If I do it, I just go, okie doke, what's going on here? Let's just give this a rest, perhaps, and we'll come back later, or no, I'm just going to keep gently trying and I might work it out. I might be able to fix it. I might be able to figure it out myself. And if I can't, I just walk away. There's always another time. So give yourself permission to have whatever fun is fun for you, okay? And we're very judgmental as a society, and I would just say be less judgmental of yourself. Just allow yourself. It's like what happens behind closed doors, nobody knows. And we've had a lot of sort of things reveal secrets of very, influential people who do things inside their own four walls that are a little questionable. It's like because you can, because we must, because society is what's packaged us into this little more robot type thing than us as a human. So be human, be human, have fun being human. I think that's the message. And look for the opportunities. There's opportunities coming in around you toward the end of the month. Accept invitations, participate, apply for jobs, do all of that kind of thing. That is us for today. That is me. You have been talking with Gail, and I am so blessed to have you all in my life. Take care and love yourself.